3. Yo, welcome back to episode of Artist Unplugged Podcast, man. Hey, it's your boy Tay. It's Artist Unplugged Podcast. Who you plugged in with your boy Tay today, man. But as you can see, man, I'm here with a special host today with Superstar Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? He guest hosting with your boy today. But he also brought another special guest in the building, man. As you see who it is, man. It's crazy, yo. You see who it is?
Super
Close up, zoom in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, man. One of them ones again. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely one of them ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her introduce herself. You know, and give her the carpet. You know,
Love that for me. Peace and light. My name's Aaliyah, and I'm from Arizona. And I'm here visiting in North Carolina. Yeah, the vibes here.
Hey,
very southern.
Turn up, let's get it. What?
From the Valley of the Sun, though, but
I know that's
like
right.
the vibes here.
What?
And I'm just here to vibe out with them today and discuss, the industry and my spiritual journey.
That's what's up. Big facts. You see she brought the crystals out here, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, she brought the great energy out here. I love that. That's what's up, man.
The energy.
What? Yeah. Ain't nobody put up like that on us like that. Like, yo, we're gonna have good vibes today. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be.
It's important.
First things first. You from Arizona?
Yes, I'm from the Valley of the Sun.
What? So tell me, how was it growing up in Arizona? 'Cause I know it's hot over there. That's one thing I know about Arizona. It's hot, and y'all can smoke over there.
Yes.
Yes, man. That's a few things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I just left there last
you didn't know
week.
that?
It was like 110-ish.
Tay already planning the trip.
Man, what?
Tay, leave the plane alone.
No, man. Gotta go up there. Gotta get up there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little herb. But yeah, I just left there last week. It was like 110.
What?
So it gets like 3 digits.
God.
Yeah, it's dry heat.
How do you? It's like
Not
how
you
do
fixing
you
your
deal
hat.
with that? Like what in the world? Like for real? Cause that's crazy. Like what in the world? 110, and that's a normal day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Gotta stay hydrated.
So what? So Arizona. So you been in Arizona all your life, or just?
Yeah, I was born and raised there, but I moved around a lot though. Like I said, I've been southern places and northern places, but basically, yeah, AZ.
That's
California.
what's up. What?
Yeah.
Superstar bringing in people out of state. What? Shout out AZ, man. You know, man, I gotta go out there one day. I heard about y'all. Y'all lit. They really lit up there. They really lit.
Vibes.
Always, man. Always. But yeah, tell me a little bit more about yourself. You from Arizona. What else you do? I've heard you do a lot. Superstar was telling me a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
good.
This girl got many hats, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, I gotta tap in with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I heard you work with a lot of celebrities out there.
I did well.
Celebrities did a lot of videos,
magazines, the whole nine. That's why I'm like, y'all
like-
don't know who we got on. Y'all must don't know who we got on here. Like it's crazy.
Yes, I did actually. I was in the industry big, I did my social media thing, what people call Instagram famous. But outside of there, I did other stuff too. I did Onlyfans.
Hold on.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, go ahead. What you?
First of all, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see you. So, and I keep my composure a lot. So I just want to know, just know, I've heard. Tell them what you hit on OnlyFans, like.
I made over 100,000.
Over 100K.
Yeah, receipts don't lie. Not just talking.
Man, what? Yeah.
That was just with myself. Like I didn't have collaborations. Like some girls had collabs, with other girls or guys, or I didn't have that. I just did it with myself.
Okay.
Cash out will be posted with somebody.
Yeah, I just did it with myself. I didn't feel that comfortable at that point. I was like, let me just.
As soon as the money started rolling in, you was like, yeah, you know what?
Right? And not just that. That's when like COVID hit. You know what I mean? And like, obviously they cut back on the music videos at that time because as far as COVID, like the germs, so they weren't really doing certain things anymore like that.
How did you have to deal with that during COVID? Because I know I wouldn't call you a video model. You really just all around with it. Like you do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it was kind of like a video model, like you said. It was like people consider that social media famous because that's really what branded me to be able to do certain things and put me in certain positions was social media. You know, internet's everything.
That part.
So that hit from my OnlyFans. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Because people wanted to see you outside of that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I seen her in a video. I could see you in a different kind of way.
What?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up?
Oh gosh, she got the strategy. That's how it is.
Yeah. So I just use that marketing tool to, you know what I'm saying, advance. People are very curious.
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing. Yeah.
So curiosity, you know what I'm saying? And then my snap was cracking.
Just imagine if Lotto was open to OnlyFans right now. Oh, that's Lotto on TV.
Yeah, you gotta. But you know, some of the major, like Black China did it. You know what I'm saying? Some of the major people, they did it too. You know what I'm saying? B.A. Baddie made $1 million in one day. So that should just let you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can do it.
This is what I want to know. What made you stop the OnlyFans? And what do you see yourself getting back into it?
No.
Not at all?
No, not at all. And you know what? People ask me all the time. Seriously, people still
super like,
hit
what
me
you
up.
mean?
Yeah, they hit me up still. And
What?
they're like, you know.
She don't know this. I looked for her. No wonder I couldn't find her. Like, I ain't want to say nothing. I'm like, hold up, I know this shit hidden.
Yeah.
What?
People ask me all the time too, like, have you ever? And I'm like, I don't think about it. I had a spiritual awakening, so I transitioned out of that.
Like that's your past self. Like you're not trying to go back to what you're trying to grow from. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
And I have a daughter. Honestly, I had a baby too, and even though I made excellent money, you know what I'm saying? Like I made OnlyFans money and I made video money. And I was in Superfly the movie, so I made other moves. And
Word, Superfly, what?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So it was like, but I
know your IDMB is crazy. That's crazy.
So, and I, you know, but it's like, it became a mental thing, and most people don't understand that part of it. You know what I'm saying? Most of the women that are in the industry, even though they're making great money, they're mentally not happy. You know what I mean? It's mental health is important, and it becomes beyond that point, and they get consumed by that.
Not to cut you off, I want to ask a question to that. Why was it mental stress on you? Was it because of your image, people judging you? You wanted to be looked at a different way?
It's several things. People expect so much from you. They want to know everything. They want to know where you eat. They want to know where you get your nails done. You get what I'm saying? And and even that's going to be critical. And you got to figure, I didn't even hit the peak, you know, like Kim Kardashian or some of them, but it was like, I still, you know, I accumulate certain privileges. Like when I was Atlanta was so much love. Like I had a driver, you know what I'm saying? I
Atlanta,
had people
they treat you different down there.
it was love. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was getting to the clubs free. They was announcing me when I was coming to the club. So it really changed me, and it showed me something different. Like I had people offer me free stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? Clothes, meal prep stuff. Like I said, getting the clubs for free, just wanting me to show up there. So
that's crazy.
It was different. So imagine how a person that is very elevated feels. You know what I'm saying? And it does get tiring. You know what I'm saying? It does wear you down because people require so much from you when they are doing certain things like that for you. You know what I'm saying? You're in a different position. So it weighs on your mental health. You know what I mean? Honestly, and you have to pick yourself, because if you're not strong enough, you'll drown.
Yeah, that part. Always, your mental health is more important than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like how you supposed to keep going doing what you're doing if you're not mentally strong to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's a sacrifice, and it's like I said, I made granted, I wouldn't want my daughter to. You know what I'm saying? Like do something that she really wasn't happy and satisfied with doing, just because she wanted to have material things or to have a certain image of herself, you know what I'm saying, to fit in with certain trends and things like that, you know? So, yeah. So
most definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? You got little ones to look up to you, you know?
Yeah.
Set an example. That's how you do
and
it.
There's other ways, you know, there's people that made just as much as money as I did, and they never showed their body. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not ashamed of what I did, though. So don't get it twisted, though. I'm not ashamed of what I did.
Oh, no. You grew from that.
I'm not
Yeah.
ashamed.
Did you have fun doing it?
I did. I had a ball. I'm not gonna lie.
Super love. He was like, this shit itchy. Let me goddamn throw that out here.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I had a ball.
Nah, I just be wanting to know. You know,
people tell you that. Like, I desired you. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't even know you're my screensaver. You know what I'm saying? People sending you your
Girl,
pictures.
do you know you my
like,
screensaver?
Yeah.
I look at you every morning like, oh, okay.
Now when I wake up, you right there like, I gotta get up.
They gotta feel good and put you on a high horse, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. That's like when I was in there, you know, y'all know I did all that time. Man, them models, we'd mess around and get phones, hit them up and be like, girl, you all over my wall. They'd smile like, oh my God, like,
you're taken back.
What?
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody's thinking about me like that. I like that.
That's crazy.
Do you think that type of attention was addictive?
Yes, I do.
I mean, yeah.
And how'd you break it? Or do you think you broke it? Do you think you broke?
I did
attention
because
seeking?
I when I had on my followers, I had like over 100,000. I had multiple pages. I was deleted so many times. That's so many times.
IG?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
They know for that shit.
I was popping then, so it's like, oh, okay, let me report. Boom, 100,000.
Haters.
Boom,
It's like the more
150,000
followers you
deleted.
get, the more they be on your ass about certain
100,
shit. Oh my God.
150, 98, 70K, delete. So you got to figure out. I'm just like, that became tiring too. You know what I'm saying? All the effort that you're putting into something, and then other people that knows and sees. You know what I'm saying? The work that you're putting in, because a lot of people at that time was like, you know, when they're verifying people, like, you should have been verified. You know what I'm saying? You've already did major, you know, music videos and did this and that.
What?
And they just weren't getting that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it becomes addicting because it's like, it's the privileges that you get that you become addicted to. You know what I'm saying? You get different treatment that some people will never experience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thinking about it, it's like, damn. Y'all can't get this, but I can get that.
Yeah. People offering to do free stuff for you all the time. You know, I wasn't even into lashes, but I had a girl who was like, dying, I want to do your lashes. I want to do your hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, I want to do your makeup. You know? Do you want to wear this? People send you brand, like, you know, clothes for they want you to wear their brand.
Being the brand ambassador, all that. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Ate that up. So it was like, I had all type of stuff.
So are you still like strong in the social media game? Like, do you not care for it at all like that?
Not as much anymore. I still have 55,000 followers, but I'm not into it like I was at all before. You know what I mean? It's like I said, I'm on my spiritual journey. Now I do healing massage and chakra massage, and I've done birthing work. So it's like I've completely transitioned.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how has your spiritual journey been? Like, I know it's been difficult because it's all about your being like just looking into yourself and being like, I'm the problem. Let me heal this trauma. Let me, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of healing from yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And people remembering who you used to be, and then they always bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? You know, people. Because people do it to me now. They might send.
Remember when you used to work at what's the name? Like,
yeah, they'll send me an old picture from my OnlyFans, and I'm like, "That's me. I know I did that. You don't need that." You know what I'm saying? But it's just trying to get a response from you to see, like, okay, well, how spiritual are you? You know what I'm saying? Can I provoke you in some kind of way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but they don't know. Like, I'm past that. Like, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of what I did.
What you want your square, you want it.
Yeah. And a lot of people break from that. You know what I mean? Some people, they can't survive for that. They want to completely forget what they did, and they don't want nobody to bring it up. So it's like when they do, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they crash out. That's what they want to see you do. People want to see you crash out.
Yeah, they want to, I promise you.
They want to see you crash out.
Yeah. You just got to, I'm on my business. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, do you think it's crash out? Or they want to see you like that again for their own personal.
It's both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like I said, they want to provoke you to see if you're saying you're spiritual, then how would you feel if I showed you, like I said, an old picture of you? You know what I'm saying? Where you're twerking on the internet, or, you know, I went to the club with body paint on before. You know what I'm saying? So they might send you a old video of that with my friends. You know what I mean? And it's
Who got the video? Type into the chat. Tap into the chat if you got the video.
I got the video, but that's my point, though. You know what I mean? They just want to see. They want to get a reaction out of you, and so it's like it's a test. You know what I'm saying? Life is consistently a test.
Let me ask you. Do you think that'd be bad if somebody still want to see you like that or still see that? Because just imagine all of the people. First of all, you gorgeous. I don't use that word a lot. Like,
gratitude.
Can we all agree? Look at her, bro. Like, bro, you gorgeous. Like, do you would bring feelings out of people? So, do you think that is a bad thing that they want to see you like that?
No, because they're, you know what I'm saying, they're human, and people. There's nothing wrong with people admiring you. You know what I'm saying? At all. You should have appreciation in that. You know what I'm saying? In every form.
Yeah, some girls look down on it because I know some of these dudes do be taking it overboard and all that.
Oh, yeah. Now I get some weirdos, so I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I still get a couple weirdos. But you just got to know how to. Shout out to y'all weirdos. You just got to know how to weed through that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that's how I feel. You know, it's okay.
You got a tough skin out here, man.
Yeah, you can't get out of
body. You definitely do. Man, I be on TikTok, boy. They be going in on my ass. I be laughing at their ass. It be funny.
What they call you? Knock on Chris Brown?
Nah. They just be goddamn. I be saying some shit and they be like, bro, what are you talking about? I be like, bro, I'm just yapping, bro. I'm just talking. Y'all just feeling some type of way. They be getting mad. But yeah, that's crazy. Yo, we got a celebrity in the building, man. Can y'all believe it?
Oh, God.
What?
And listen, I hit him. I say, yo, listen, bro. When I showed them man, they ain't coming through. They here. They here in the flesh.
And that's funny too. You got to realize too, like people saying you're a celebrity, and you're like,
you is.
I'm just Liyah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I
feel. That's your humble side.
You said it right. We got a celebrity celebrity guest.
Don't worry. Sometimes I tell myself I'm somewhat famous. You know what I'm saying?
You got to, man. You got to.
But at the same time, I know where I stay at. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
I want to ask you this. Do you ever see yourself going back hard, at least modeling? And the reason I ask you that, bro, it's no way you gonna sit here and tell me, tell him, and tell the people watching that you will throw away this beauty and body that you fucking got.
It's not throwing it away. Honestly,
check me. Correct me then. Check me.
Because
she could do something else. She could do some fitness type.
I was gonna say I still appreciate myself authentically, and you know I love that I can go places and people say, "Hey, I think you're light. I think you're this. I think you're that." You know what I'm saying? That's the gratitude that I get out of it. No, I don't ever think about modeling again, ever. And people ask me all the time, and I just don't. It's nothing that I miss about it. I don't. I enjoyed it at that time because that was my season. You know what I'm saying? That was my experience.
That was that different version of you. Right. Now this is a whole different version of you.
Different.
You know
now I'm into healing people. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I'm all for the positivity. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think about it now. No, I don't.
Okay, now you led me to the next question. How do you feel about? Hold up, so I'm really the last person that got you the model?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Type into the Wave magazine.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
She's a photo magazine that going for $2,000 a piece. Tap in.
Hey.
No. So look, for real. I like you as a person. You know, I know you for a while. I like your story. Yeah, I'm asking certain questions so that way you can let them know who you is and all that. But at the end of the day, whatever decision that you make, I like it and I'm with it because I know you genuine about what you're doing, this peace and healing. It be times you hit me up, just like OG Ron in the back. Y'all can't see him, hit me up. Why you post certain stuff like that? Yo, peace and light. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nobody gives me as much positive affirmations as you in this world. And I be telling all the time, like, bro, that's dangerous, that's scary. It be making me want to put a block up. Like, what the girl trying to seduce me?
No.
What is she up to? Like, you just super duper like positive to the point it's scary, and it'll make you like you definitely is getting through. Yeah,
but you have to speak positive. There's enough darkness in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Honestly, there is. And to me, it's easier to spread kindness and love and things that are genuine, and that's more authentic, and it's hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's hard to come by.
Because
People
people
scared
are
to be
always
genuine.
what they can get. You know what I'm saying? That's people are opportunists. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's like, I don't have that.
It's
You know what I'm
scared to be real
saying?
and
Yeah,
genuine.
yeah. And it's
People are
like,
not servants. People
Yeah.
don't serve people.
yeah, they don't.
You gotta be a servant.
Yeah. And it's
We're not
always,
servants.
and it's like, there's nothing wrong with being genuine and authentic and spreading light. Yeah.
You
There's,
do,
yeah.
but I've been doing better, right? I've been doing good. I've been, yeah.
And you just never know what someone's going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
part,
They
yeah.
say something crazy, and they be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
They ready to kill you.
Yeah.
When they going through some real hard.
Especially
shit,
That's my
they
point.
ain't got no time to hear that bull.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't ever know who you could touch that day. Their
Absolutely.
mom may have died. Anything.
Yeah.
Children, like when you crashed your car, and it's like the last thing you want to hear is all these negative things of what you should have, could have did. You know what I mean? It's like you already know what you should have, could have did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yo, what
Yeah.
your exact words to me was, "You're here for a reason, divine healing." You're
You're divinely
was like,
protected.
Divinely protected.
Yeah.
You, just don't know.
Yeah.
You said that. I ain't gonna lie. I know a lot of people the other day we was talking, and people on social media, they was like, "You were just so unhumble with it." Shout out to my man who got the unhumble clothing line. He was like, "Damn, you can't be too humble."
Mr. Stewart.
But I hate to admit it and say, when you said that to me, I kind of sat back like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause she
That's why I
spoke,
love that.
she
I feel
spoke it over me.
protected.
I'm divinely
Oh, where my
protected.
thunder?
That's how I felt.
Yeah,
You see how I
man.
got out that car?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then
though.
right then I went and out that same day, went and brought another Benz. But
Yeah.
I'm divinely protected.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
We ain't worried about y'all haters. We are divinely protected. And when she said that, I felt it. And she don't talk a lot, but when she talk, I'm telling you, like,
Yeah.
I'm right here beside her.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's real shit, bro.
For real.
Yeah, we
There's
all.
nothing wrong with being kind. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being kind.
Because we live in a dark world.
Yeah. we
Yeah,
are.
man. You see, look at what's going on right
You
now.
don't understand the spirit. You got so many spirits that people don't even recognize spirit. Because they so used to dark spirit.
That
Yeah.
part.
It's normal to them.
People
That
are
part.
taken
Right.
back when you're kind to them.
Yeah.
You don't even know how
Yeah.
many times I'm kind to people and they're
But I
like,
be saying that, I'm like, yo, you dangerous.
they always
Yeah,
like, are you
yeah.
always like this? And it's like, people are not used to it. Honestly, they're
Yeah.
not. They're not used to it.
It could be dangerous.
You gotta be around kind people that receive that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta be around people that you see that's serving people.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate about it. Ask them how their day going.
Yeah.
Team
You know, a lot of
players.
people don't.
Yeah.
Like I be telling dudes around me, you gotta like wake up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't all. We get like as men talking about men, we get so ignorant with ourselves, like ego trips and.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When people just need, how you doing today?
Yeah.
Right.
I ask all
But that's-
my brothers,
yeah.
I call you, be like, how you doing? You good?
What you got going on?
Okay.
Stop
Okay.
that crazy.
What you got going
Hold up,
on?
I gotta ask you a question. Now I gotta ask you, Ron. I gotta ask OG Ron a question.
That's wrong.
Is it the beauty or what she's saying in mindset? Because I ain't never seen you jump in the interview. What is it? Is it the beauty? Is it because she gorgeous? I never see OG Ron come up, get up. He gotta watch the video.
It's
Shout out to
not the
Ron.
I mean, you beautiful.
Gratitude.
It's about the spirit with me.
I believe
I
you.
see
I
her
just- yeah.
spirit is where it need to be.
Yeah, you got a certain aura about you.
Yeah,
You know what
You know
I'm
what I'm saying? I
saying?
like
Yeah.
spiritual people because I try to base myself
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
spiritual people. You know I'm in the world, you know what I'm saying? But I read my Bible, I go to study.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
constantly try to change. So when you recognize good spirit, you
Yeah.
I wanna-
Cause soon as you walked in, I could tell like you was.
I don't jump in.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
I threw that out. I wasn't making fun
I love
of him.
that. Yeah,
I threw
I love
it out
that.
there so he can go ahead and explain. Because yeah, Ron ain't never,
I
but
don't jump
you
in
definitely
no
gotta.
interviews. I be fighting like I don't want to be in.
Ah.
Yeah, he damn
My
sure
man
do.
posted up right here.
He
I'm
damn
like,
sure
wow.
do.
I love that though.
I be having to.
Hey, on
Yeah.
God.
I be having to bring his ass like bring your ass on, Ron.
Then I see, then I see
He know.
on another level,
He know.
I definitely gotta get in.
I love that. Yeah.
Right.
Positive energy is better to spread, you know?
Yes, sir.
I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't feed the positive energy, you're just gonna get the negative.
That's it. That's it.
Gotta make a change. Like I always say, our culture is so effed up, man. Like,
It is, and I told him that
Our
too.
culture is so damaged, like damaged. You know what I'm saying? Nobody Grown men don't even get grown men's hugs.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
But that's what I mean, though.
Crazy to me.
It's love.
That's that New York shit. You know, down here it's all about.
No, that's not no New York shit. That's life.
That's
bro.
life.
That's
Shit.
life. New York.
Yeah, you right.
I'm telling you, if you say New York, in New York, we don't hug no.
That's what I said. That look, you come down North Carolina. How you doing, big man? You come out.
It look like this.
That's how I feel when I came to the South, though, because like you said, when I get up in the morning, you already know, and I'm like, hey, peace and light. People are looking at me like,
Yeah.
are you okay? And I always say that, or I say, have a great day on purpose and with purpose. People are not used to that.
Nah,
People
Grand Rising.
You said have a great day on what?
on
With
purpose and with purpose. That makes people smile because they never heard that.
Grand Rising, not good morning, Grand
I
Rising.
promise you, she said it. The first time she ever said it, it hit me like, yo, she told me to have a good day on purpose.
Yeah.
I said, what is this, an angel? Where did you come from?
But people aren't used to that. You know what I'm
They
saying?
ain't used to that.
Yeah,
I
they're
be
not used to
telling
that.
People, yo, make somebody's day special today.
Mm-hmm.
Just say hi. How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? That come from you been locked up, I've been locked up.
Yeah.
Like we've been
we've been there, yeah.
We don't see the worst of the worst.
The worst
Right,
of the
right.
worst.
We
Maybe.
don't see when people in there ready to kill themselves,
Die.
depressed, no love.
Yeah.
So my thing, when I got out of prison, I'm like, man, I gotta make a full change.
Right.
And just like shit, show love, like
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just up your
I try to be
brothers,
like,
you know? 'Cause you never know what your brother going through.
That's
Right,
a fact.
right. Mental health is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mental health.
But you know, you obviously, like you said, even as our community on both sides, you know, it's shunned to be like you said, to show that type of kindness or, you know, even catering to your mental health. It's like, oh, you soft. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm
That's
not
how it
soft.
is.
You say you soft when
Yeah,
you cry.
Yeah. Right. Nigga, you gay.
Cry my ass off.
Nigga, you gay. They be like, nigga, you
Yeah,
gay.
no, oh, you big crybaby? Yeah, I'm a crybaby.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know
That's
that's
the
all my emotions coming out.
Shit, I cried when I watched Straw. I didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I felt that shit.
Straw.
Hell yeah. I felt that shit. That shit was deep.
That we can't be who we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
for sure.
people, yeah.
Yeah, it's the
People
the
cling
crab
to
in the bucket
negative.
mentality.
Yeah.
They love that. They feed off of
yeah.
that. People cling to a lot of negative energy a lot.
Right. Get
It's
up in the
more-
morning. Eat your fruit, man. Eat your vegetables.
and drink
Oh,
your
she-
water.
There you
don't
go.
See, you ain't listen. You gotta get on her page, bro.
I be all in there. I be on that shit.
page.
Organic, all that. I be
She
eating
posts all of
fruit.
that. Sometimes I be like, man, I don't know. It'd be hard looking at
I do
you,
say
man.
drink your water and eat your fruit.
Drink
It's
your water. You
what
want
you
some
put in your
organic stuff?
body
Is what you going
is
Yeah,
important.
exactly.
And it will definitely affect you in some type of
Your
way.
gut
You know what
affects
I'm
your
saying?
brain. You know what I'm saying? Your
Hold
gut
up,
and your
while we here-
brain's connected.
While we here, hey, can you tell them give them all your pages?
Yes.
After this commercial break, we'll be right back, y'all, after these messages. Hey, yo, man, it's your boy Tay.
And I'm Ron.
Hey, man, it's Plugged In with Tay and Ryan. And, yo, we got some merch for y'all, man. We brought the heat, man. As you can see,
Definitely.
you feel she got the Who You Plugged In merch.
Definitely, man.
Man.
Tap in with us. You need to follow us. I'm saying, go below and look at the merch. Tap in and get some merch from us. Definitely. Tap in with us.
And also, man, this helps support the podcast. And you support our day one, you feel?
Like, it don't hurt to support. All donations will be welcome, man, to keep this podcast going.
Man, this right here is for anybody that's digging the podcast, man. This is to help to keep the podcast going and help keep them fire combos for you to listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Also, you know what I'm saying? Just to put it out there, you know what I'm saying? We're one of the merch while watching the podcast. You feel me? You know?
Definitely that. We're one of the merch. And by the way, the first 10 people that, what they gotta say, bro?
For the first 10 people get free merch, man. Certified from the one and only Artist Unplugged Podcast and Plugged In with Tay and Foreign, man. Send in a video clip saying who you plugged in with.
Exactly.
Plugged In with Tay and Ron. Send your own version, man. You can do it however you want to do it, man. We'll pick the best
And we'll
top
best
10. You feel
Best
me?
top 10 video saying who you plugged in with, Tay and Ron, and we'll pick the best 10, and we're gonna send you one of these.
Man.
One of
Hey.
these. And we might throw in a bonus that you can come on the podcast and sit with us. How about that?
Yeah, man.
Definitely. Who you plugged in with?
We need healing really bad. A lot of our men and women have so much trauma and they feel like because they don't discuss it and they put it in the back of their minds and you're going to work every day that you're okay. That doesn't mean you're okay. No. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you okay because you go to work every day and you take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because somewhere out of, you might see a family or something and then you're sad and you don't know why you're sad. Do you get what I'm saying? and you feel like I'm good, but it's like you're not. You're a single mother taking care of 3 kids. Your baby daddy's not helping you, and that triggers you. But you don't want to discuss that because you don't want another person to know that you haven't healed from your trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want people to know
That's
that.
real,
Even
man.
for, like I said, a single dad. You know what I'm saying? Or anything like that. Or someone losing their mother or something like that. It's like Mother's Day comes around, you're sad. You have your kids and your wife. You don't have your mother though. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's a trauma. Yeah, it's a trauma.
Because I lost my mother, and I always say, when my mother died, I lost myself.
Right.
My mother was my safety net. So the things I used to do, I don't do.
And then people
Because I
might
don't
feel
have
like
her
this.
there.
Let's say it happened 10 years ago. They feel like, oh, you should be over it by now. You can't tell me how long it takes me to heal.
That part.
You get what I'm
that
saying?
part.
That's
yeah.
my mom. You
Yeah.
can't tell me because it happened 10 years ago that I need to heal from it today. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. And it's like, there's a way that you can cope with it, but it doesn't mean that I necessarally healed from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we having therapy up in here, man. Yo, I'm telling you. I'm loving this, though. Appreciate it.
Somebody you
Yeah.
really love.
Or
Because
brother
my mother
death.
been dead like 15 years.
Yeah.
I constantly think of her,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And then I replay in my head the shit I took her through.
Right,
And then
scenarios.
shit
That's my
settled
point.
on me like,
And then that causes more trauma because
Exactly.
you're thinking of all the things that you wish you would have did.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then that goes back to that, and you're like, God, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have did that. And it's like you never healed from it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what I would say to you is still be gentle and kind to yourself. You know what I mean? You still have to be gentle and kind to yourself, even though those are the experiences that you know that hurt
Damn
you.
sure, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
causes
Like,
trauma.
I was just tuned in, like.
Dangerous,
I
bro.
deal with it. I go to my mother's
She
grave.
dangerous.
I promise you,
know what I'm saying? I know
boy.
she can't hear me, but when I
She
go
can't.
there, I feel like
Yeah.
I reboot. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm about to get in the field.
Right.
You know what I'm about to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do my healing.
But there's a way to connect her, like you said, in other ways. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? There might be certain things that she like to do or places she like to go. And it's like, that's still an open connection too. And that's another form of healing too, because even though it might make you sad, it also brings you peace.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by being gentle and kind to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of kind of beating yourself up like, well, I wish I wouldn't have ran away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't change that you ran away. You know what I'm saying? You already did it.
So,
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like you
Yeah.
already did it, and it's not. There's no reason to be hard on yourself for it because believe it or not, your mom already forgave you for that.
Yeah,
You
she
just
did.
haven't
I
forgiven
really do.
yourself.
I
Do you
gotta
get what I'm
forgive
saying?
myself.
Yeah,
Because-
that's what I'm saying. Mean by be gentle and kind to yourself.
Before my mother died, she was like, yo, I want to see you get a job. I'm like, Mom, now you know how to fucking work.
Yeah.
She like, man, I'm tired of going to prison with you. But it didn't
Yeah.
dawn on me what she said. I said, you didn't do the time. I did the 18 years.
Oh, she did.
Nah,
You know,
She
but
did.
Yeah, I know it didn't dawn on me.
She did
My
mentally.
ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did
So
mentally.
I was like going on, and then my day, I was like, man, she fucking right. Let me go get a fucking job.
Right.
So I went and got it. I didn't need a job.
Right.
I went and got a job. I let the boss know I'm here because of my mother.
Right.
Don't try to do no fishy shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I pulled out all. I'm Kate.
Yeah.
Don't try it.
Not paid in full.
That's OG Ron right there.
Hey, man.
Right.
I started trying to make my mother happy. But make a long story, 6 months after my mother died, and I quit.
Yeah, but you
She
know how-
back to see me work.
I was gonna
So I
say,
was happy.
Do you know the satisfaction that she
Yeah.
felt through that though? That's what I'm saying by being gentle and kind to yourself. Like even though you can't change the years before when you were doing things that she didn't like, you have to find the appreciation and the gratitude in the things that she did see because your mom is so loving and forgiving. You're holding on to that, but she didn't. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what I mean by being gentle and kind to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's
She's a healing spirit, man. This is your.
She just gave you some therapy.
I
He
need
gave
that.
all of us some therapy.
Y'all hear that out there? Y'all heard that, right? Yo,
Yo,
she's doing her thing. Yeah, man.
yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
This, listen.
Oh yeah. We
This
on.
girl
Yeah.
dangerous. I be telling you, you dangerous.
Yeah.
man.
And
But that's what I
was
mean
just,
by part of
I
that.
was
on
just
the
reading
healing.
your
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what I mean by part of the healing. It's just like that. It's like, take it a step at a time and people always say, obviously, don't get upset about things you can't change. And that's a true statement completely, because then it's holding on to your trauma and it's harder to heal, because then you're always living in regret of what you wish you could have did this and you wish you could have did that. But most of the situations, they've already forgiven whatever it is.
Let me
Right.
ask you a question. I'm going to step out and do your thing.
Okay.
Do you believe that you have new demons and then you got ancient demons that came to the earth was saved? Do you believe that? Do you believe that there's all types of demons? There are also good demons, and then there's terrible, like there's a mixture of demons walking this earth? Do you believe in that?
I believe that there are entities.
Okay.
There you go.
And I believe that there is different things unseen. I wouldn't say demons per se, because on a reality, you know, there's a person that's alive that you might say they're a demon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Literally, you get what I mean? Like, they're a demon. You
But
know?
when you say that, not to cut you, when you say that person a demon, I believe that a demon got into that person to possess him to be a demon, because he never knew how to be a demon.
Well, it's the energy that transferred.
That's what I'm
There you go.
Yeah.
transfer.
Yeah, it's the energy that
Yeah.
transferred. Yeah. Yes, I do believe that 100%. But do I also believe that you can heal yourself from that? I 100%
Yeah,
do.
definitely.
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
You from God, you know, God is love.
Yeah.
God is inside of you.
Yeah, God is inside of
Yes.
you. You know what I'm saying? So you got
Yeah.
all those
But most
traits.
people don't know that.
Yeah, they gotta read and they gotta
Yeah,
believe.
most people don't know that. They always feel like God is those pictures.
Right.
Nah, they're not.
I
That's
don't
what
want
I'm
to go there
saying.
too much, but
Yeah, you know, yeah.
okay, I was gonna say I don't want people to get
Yeah.
too mad at me.
Nah,
like,
you good. Yeah,
get her
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
But people believe God is this image. And once you, I feel like, have a real awakening, you will realize that God is inside of you. Healing is inside of you.
Right.
And within yourself. And it takes a community to heal, but at the end of the day, you are the God inside of you, and you can heal yourself.
That
You know what I'm
part.
saying?
That
Other
part.
people can help you, but
Yeah.
it's inside of you.
There you
know what I
go.
mean? And that's it. You know?
That's deep. Yeah, we can talk about this all day. You know what I'm saying?
She took me out the universe.
That's because
I'm
I
like,
be
"This girl dangerous,
on that
bro."
same shit. You
Don't
know
I
what
be
I'm
telling
saying?
you dangerous.
Look, Ron be like, I be posting stuff.
People need to know.
I be posting angel numbers. Ron be like, you good? You over there posting that? I be like, yeah, it's 555.
But it's alignment, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if that's what, like I said, helps bring you peace or feel like your sense of energy is transferred in a positive way, if it's angel numbers, you know, some people really go hard on astrology. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Or you know,
Definitely.
it's things like that. Then it's like, that's totally fine, because another person might need that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? They might have tried everything else that didn't work.
Yep.
And that one thing that you offer them, it gave them a peace of mind, and it works. You know what I mean? So it's
That's deep,
it works out.
man. Hell yeah.
I got a question. We back on yet?
Yeah, we been back on.
Oh, I know you ain't get a commercial come back.
Nah, we did. Nah, we good. We need a commercial come back. Y'all, yeah, what's good, y'all? We been back, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back. You know who it is. We plugged in with. We just on our spiritual journey, man, doing our thing, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Got you on the
Awakening.
spiritual journey too,
Yes,
Nelly.
crystals.
Yeah, her
What did you
crystals,
bring? Can you
yeah.
tell us what you brought?
Yeah, these are crystals of. I'm big on love. You know what I mean? Because love is, on a spiritual note, like you said, you were in Bible study. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is forgiving. Love is unlimited. There's no limit when you really authentically love a person, and you'll never stop loving them if it's sincere. You know, people always get into it and they're like, "Oh, I hate them." You know, it's like, okay, well then you never really loved them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just important to me because this symbolizes love and unity, and I 100% feel like that. You know what I'm saying, at all times. You
You
know,
hold them
up.
up for the camera and show what you.
That's what's up. I got one like that, but it's actually bigger.
I want to ask you
I got a big
question.
one in the
I just brought my
house.
smaller ones. I got bigger
Oh,
ones.
what? Okay.
What translated you? Take me from what translated you from where you was at and where you at now. What sparked your mind to say enough is enough? This is the journey I need to take.
That's right.
Could you walk me through that?
I can, 100%. So honestly, I grew up Christian and Muslim.
Right.
And so, and then, like you said, I did a 360. I did OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? I'm twerking on the internet, doing all this crazy stuff. And then I had like a stress moment. I got overwhelmed. I had tumors on the back of my brain. And at the time, I didn't know. I just thought I was having migraines. So for a year, I'm taking Excedrins, Tylenols, all types of stuff. And I go to the doctor, think I'm getting a checkup, and he was like, I feel like, like there's pressure on my head, like I have bad migraines. So he's like, we're gonna, give you a scan. So I get a scan, I go in, and he calls me, you need to come back. We need to have surgery. You're having a mass on the back of your head. You're going 3, tumors. They're the size of a dime size right now. And if one of them busts, you will bleed internally.
Wow.
And it was like a bad dream. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I just got my breast implants too. You know what I'm saying? Like, floppy titties. I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like straight up, I'm like, I was thinking of all these
things. We get to that.
Right. I was thinking of all these things I was missing out on. And it was like the peak of my career type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was about to get management. People were starting to make merchandise of me. So I was thinking of those things. And so I'm scared and I'm telling people I have to have surgery. Reality kicked in. People act like they could get this. You know what I'm saying? The tumors. You can't get it. It's not contagious. But people act like they could. They were very scared. So less calls came. Less communication came.
Wow.
And, reality kicked in when I was in the hospital basically by myself. And a nurse came up to me and I was in there crying, of course. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking like, I have a phone full of numbers of all these people. Nobody's really called me. You know what I'm saying? But when I was popping on social media, everybody wants to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to.
It's like reality set in.
Reality set in for me. You know what I mean? And, I talked. She was so kind. She was a really kind lady. And she talked to me and she prayed with me. You get what I'm saying? And she didn't know I was social media famous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She prayed with me and I'm like, I'm alone. I had told her that? Yeah. I said, I'm alone. And I said, I'm scared. Am I going to die? And she's like, you don't be scared of death. You know what I'm saying? Find comfort even in darkness. And I never heard that. And I'm like, it's scary when it's dark. You know what I mean? Like, it's not actually. You can even find the light in darkness. And she didn't have to pray with me. And she prayed with me. And, after I came out of my surgery, obviously I was fine. I had my head wrapped up and, people sent flowers and little stuff, but it wasn't as much. But it was like a switch went off on me. Like, you need to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to change. Like, if this doesn't open your eyes, just like the girls that's going to get their body sculpted. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't make it out to even tell you the story. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was like that pivotal moment. You know what I mean? Like, you may not get another chance.
That part.
And we all have choices in life. So what choice are you going to make? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, do you want to spread a positive message to people and be light and help somebody like this lady helped you? Or do you want to keep twerking on the internet and be around people that don't care whether you live or die? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, which would you like?
Right. So that was your turning point.
Oh, yeah.
That you said the road is over.
Oh, yeah. And I did. And, once I healed up, people were like, they were shocked. Like, Liyah, are you sure? We got this lined up for you. And it was like the same person that didn't call me. You know what I'm saying? Didn't come see me.
That's
you know
crazy.
What I mean? Like,
that's crazy.
But now you want in. You want me to do a magazine, or you know what I'm saying? You want to do video production, or you ready to do photo shoots again. You know what I'm saying? But you never called to make sure I was live. You never even offered me a prayer. You know what I'm saying? And prayer is free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even want to.
That part.
You don't even want to give me that. But
love is free.
Now you feel like you could get something off of me. So now you want to be involved. You know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, you got to change. You know what I mean? Like, you got to change. And I picked myself. And,
nothing wrong with that.
Right.
People find something wrong with that because most people's idea of love is loving other people more than themselves. 100%.
That's deep. Yeah.
Love yourself before you
Love somebody else.
Most people
yeah.
don't. That's why so many relationships turns out into people where they have depression or they end up killing each other because their idea is, I loved you more than you loved me. You know what I'm saying? And they're upset about that because they're not receiving the same.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, that's really because you showed that person that you didn't love yourself, so they figure, I don't need to love you because you don't love yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which goes on a whole nother level. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's
It's
deep.
like,
Yeah.
That's deep.
And that's when I tell people, like, I used to love people more than I love myself.
yeah, everybody
But
does.
when I went to prison and I took care of these mothers,
In reality,
family,
And then they don't
No
call you,
letters.
and they don't write you, and they don't visit you.
You didn't have to write me. I'm straight. All you had to do is knock on my mother's door, say, do you need a loaf of bread? Do you need this? And when they didn't do that, that broke my heart.
Oh, yeah.
And then I started loving me. So when I got back out, I ain't got no love.
And people don't like when you
My
have
breaking point too.
healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
Right.
Once
Oh
you
yeah.
have healthy boundaries
yeah.
and you, because you know, at this point in time in my life, like you said, it's like I'm not scared to tell a person, you're not reciprocating the energy I'm giving you. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? People
Right.
aren't used to that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, whoa. Or I'll tell a person, quick, you don't align with me. People are not used to that.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? 100%.
That
Like,
part.
you know, I'm not saying I'm the baddest, but you know, I can go to the store and it could be 2-3 guys, and I'm like, you don't align with what I have going on. Oh, people are offended by that. You know what I'm saying? Out the
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah.
You don't align with me? What does that mean? Do you think
Yeah.
you're better than me, or do you think this and that? Bless you and be well. But it's like,
Wow, appreciate that.
no, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about
Bless you
that,
and
but
be
it's
well.
like, I do have healthy boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to tell you that I have healthy boundaries and say that we don't align, that we don't have the same things going on. You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying?
I like
And
that.
that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but you're just not the person for me. You know
That
what I
part,
mean?
yeah.
Respectfully. People don't like that. No, when you pick you, it's always going to be a problem.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You're
You're acting
What?
funny.
Care.
Yeah.
Definitely. They always do that. Yeah. Oh, they don't fuck.
once you
Oh,
start-
Tay don't fuck with us.
Once you start healing and eating better, you're automatically acting funny. Know that.
Once you start loving yourself, you're gonna see. You want the same energy you give out.
Yo,
So
yeah.
once you start loving yourself, you get the spirit right. You identify who they are. Like right now, I identify people like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
good observer. So
Yeah.
I'll be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Be alone.
You know,
Right.
and then you
Get you in my box to mess up my little box.
and then you realize when you go to certain places that you used to be in, you don't feel the same how you
Oh,
were.
yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like-
Like it's like,
You're a
damn,
misfit.
I don't feel like I fit in no more.
That's
You
what
know
I
what I'm
mean. That's
saying?
because they have to re-meet you, and sometimes they don't want to get to know that new person.
Yeah.
They want you to still be that old person because
Yeah.
if that old person, you had no boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that old person is cool to call you and say, hey, I need a ride from the club at 3:00 in the morning. You're going to come get me. That new person is, I'm in the bed already. I got stuff to do in the morning. I might have to go to the
What?
gym or
Then they
this
gonna
and
cut
that,
your
and
ass
I can't
out.
do that. Okay, well, you acting funny.
What? Like what the fuck you mean? You ain't did nothing.
I'm gonna ask you a short question. I go up and I'm ready to leave, but
It's okay.
Yeah, it's part of the podcast.
question you can answer. You don't have to
Yeah.
answer it. Who was the most heartbreaking person in your life that was hard to receive your change? When you said, I'm not doing that no more, this is what I'm doing. Who was that person like, oh my God, are you for real? What are you doing?
The
Who was-
person.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I could say on a business level was the video guy I was cool with because he came back around again probably like a year ago. So he knew me when I was doing the Onlyfans and stuff, which he mastered, and he was working with Rolling Loud, major companies, you know what I'm saying? Loving hip hop. So he put me in a lot of good positions. And so when he circled back around, and he had his spiritual awakening too in a different way, but he wasn't as accepting because we were going to go into business together. And I wanted to start my own little podcast too, which I'm still going to do, but he had as far as the marketing and the experience with filming, he had that part of it, but he hasn't produced anybody major, but he wanted me to sign a contract. And I got the contract read by, because I have people that still love me. I have a friend that's a lawyer. You read the contract. Leah, don't sign it. You know what I'm saying? It's very one-sided. I didn't see that from that point of view because the history that we had. So I felt like, why would he try to do that? Well, he very much was.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And he was in a relationship with another woman, and he basically said to me he wanted to have all access to me. He needed to have control of my mind. That's literally what he said to me, which I still have the message in my phone, which is crazy, which I look at it sometimes as a reminder.
My bad. Will you ever expose him?
No, this ain't.
Yeah,
Look.
I want this. No.
Well, you gotta think of how many people want to hear that.
Yeah, what I was gonna say.
You gonna get love. Diddy, you see what Diddy going through. You know
you
what?
have exposed these things.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is like, I don't think it's necessary because if they see this, they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is he took what I told him and tried to use it against me because I had already expressed to him that I felt like people over-sexualized me. You know what I'm saying? That people always see me as like as a sexual object. You know what I'm saying? And from his words, he was very educated. He told me, you know, he overstood that. That's what we say, overstand or understand. So that means that you understand beyond belief, basically. And we had a conversation, and he was like, I just want to tell you, you know, because I had explained my baby daddy situation, how much I loved him, like you were saying, you know, he kind of had control of my mind because we were married too, and we divorced, but he was like, I want to have control like that. And it kind of threw me off because you got to understand, we're discussing business. At this point, we've been talking for months. You know, I'm sending him my business ideas. You know what I'm saying? He's sending me things. And he said, I need to have full control over you. And that kind of threw me off. And he sent it in text message. And I ignored the message, and I hit him with the peace and light in the morning. And he asked me, and he asked me again. You know what I'm saying? And he asked me again, and he was like, later, I want to conversate with you. I want to get on the phone. So I had to mentally prepare myself because I felt like already in my spirit, this is about to go where I don't want it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he called me, he was like, Aaliyah, he was like, did you understand what I said to you in the message? And even though I did, I said no. And I said no because I wanted him to explain to me what he meant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't take it out of content. And he was like, I need to have full control. You need to be all the way in mentally and physically. And I stopped him right there.
Oh yeah.
And I said, so you want to have access to my body then?
Body, period. Glad you read that.
Shout out to that dude. We know you felt so lame when she talking about peace and blessing.
That shit crazy,
but
bro.
You recognize
I literally told, mind you, you know, and I reiterated what I said to him. I said, because didn't you tell me that you're in a relationship with a woman that you love and you're never going to leave? And he told me yes. He said, but in order for this to work, I need you to be committed to me how you were to your relationship with your baby daddy. I said, so I reiterated again to him. So you basically are telling me in order to go into business with you, you want to have access to my body when you feel like it. But you're going to stay in a committed relationship with your person. You know what I'm saying? And he got quiet. And I'm like, I'm not understanding the quietness right now, the stillness right now. You know what I'm saying? I need a response.
I got
right? And he was like, well, I don't want to say that per se. I said, so what are you trying to say?
Right.
I said, because that's what it sounds like to me. And you want me to relocate to the city that you're moving to so that you can come over and we can work together. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. And that hurt me in a different kind of way because, like I said, I was very open and vulnerable with him. And I felt like you used what I told you against me because I told you that people over-sexualize me and that happens to me. And you did exactly that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now you're trying to act like that's not what you're trying to do. And you're like, right. I didn't say that per se, but you were also telling me you don't want me to be in a relationship because you want me to be focused on what we have going on. So you want to have full control of me. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying you want to control my mind and everything else. You want to have physical interaction with me too when you feel like it and still have your person too, but you don't want me to do nothing else. That does not work.
And then you explain to him what you was going through.
Yeah.
He took advantage of it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
And then he thought he can come back and be them other people.
Right.
And replay.
Right. Because, like I said, we discussed business stuff, and I had already told him, I wanted to write an ebook about healing, because I feel like everything we go through, even your experience from prison and your experience and your experiences, you could save another person's life. You know what I'm saying? Literally. And we discussed that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a domestic violence survivor as well. And
Word?
I feel like, yes. And I
same
feel
here.
like,
yeah.
and I feel like,
Nah, for real though. Like my mom went through that same shit.
Yeah.
Growing up,
And
from
so-
I was
and
16
so-
going through
Oh, I
that
thought
shit.
you
and that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So it's like, and I
Me
feel,
too.
and my point is like, you could save somebody's lives by your conversation or hearing your story. You know what I mean? And he knew that, and I felt like he took advantage of that situation. You know what I'm saying? To try to use that against me. Like, as if you really want me to help you, this is what I need from you. And if you can't give me this, because he literally said that to me. Like, if you can't give me this, I can't do this for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh my God, that totally blew me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is weeks and months of talking on the phone every day. I'm talking to his other business partner who's super smart. And this dude is, he had a little podcast too, but it's more like on a spiritual alignment and more like the African spiritual, you know what I'm saying, per se. I more feel like universal spiritual, which is something different. That's another conversation. But he was more on the African spiritual side. And so we were all, about to combine our information together, and it was like crash. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have the other guy's number because I really wanted to express to him, like, do you know what's going on, type of thing? Like, do you know what he said?
What type of creep he is.
Right. Because, you're talking straight business, and I just know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know him longer than you, but you're literally talking business. You're not trying to be weird or anything. And we always talk on three-way. I never just get to talk to you personally, but I never thought about just talking to you personally because I thought this was going to be a team, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, now he done got weird, and now I'm not talking to him, so I wonder what he told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, did he tell you she just decided to change her mind, or did he tell you, I told her I want to have access to her body, and she told me no, and this is why we're not doing the deal
But
anymore?
the weirdos, they always isolate people from the conversation.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm on a three-way conversation, let me get your number.
Yeah.
I don't need the weirdo.
Yeah.
Blocking
Yeah.
my chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they always, because they have a plot.
Yeah.
They come in.
And it was going so good. So like you said,
that.
that's what had me blown, because I'm like, this dude is straight business. Whenever he's calling me, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about, it's nothing veered off to the side. And I'm just like, the one time that he does call me by himself, obviously the other dude's not on the other line, and now you're like, I need this from you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
you was vulnerable of telling him some information.
right.
And he took advantage of that. And then you got to understand these weirdos out here. Like I be telling my daughter, a man will be your friend for 20 years until you give that one weakness and that shit changed.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's why you can't be. That's why sometimes you can't be friends with men out here, man.
My language. I'm just saying, you gave him information. You was just sharing some information, and he just played.
Yeah.
That's not your fault.
But like you said, it's also testing your boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it goes back to that. And it's like I said, the old me, I would have, I don't say I would have like gave in to, but I would have tried to figure out a way to make that work. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because because I wanted that business aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? And I would think about all the time I invested. So the old me with doing all the stuff I was doing, I'd be like, damn, let me figure out I could still make this work. You know what I'm saying? Not giving him access to my body was something else beneficial, right? But it's like, at this point, it's a no. You know what I'm saying? It's a no compromise. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to do business with you because I see you're not being authentic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get there another way. Yes, you were going to help me, but the way you're trying to do it, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it mentally and physically. Yeah, I can't go there with you. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the old me, I would have tried to. You know what I'm saying? I would have thought about it 100%. Like, you got this connection. I need to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, at this point, no. When you choose you, authentically, things work out so much better.
What else you going to choose in the race?
Yeah.
You betting on me.
Yeah.
Shit, point blank.
But that's the point. Like, he 100% was like, for this to work, you need to be betting on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to soak everything into me for this to work. I need to have all your attention and all your time for this to work, for me to really help you get to this point. And it was just like, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think? What do you think made him come to that point with you?
Honestly, because like I said, he was there when I was doing the content and some of the stuff, like not filming it, but he was there with the interactions. You know what I'm saying? When I was, I was so free, honestly, at the time. Like, let's say you guys came to my photo shoot. I'm getting undressed in front of you. I'm not thinking about you looking at me that kind of way. And if you did, it didn't bother me because I was so used to that. You know what I'm saying? So it was nothing. Like, if you googly eyed over me, that's cool. I might laugh. You know what I'm saying? I might even twerk in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And go back to what I was doing. And that's just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, it
like,
didn't.
Ooh, you like?
Yeah, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I loved it. You know what I mean? So
I say that to say, cause I do hear this a lot. I know you do. I know you a little more. I know you do deal with weirdos. I know it's a lot of weirdos out here. But I don't know how can I get this. I had something else in my head, but you keep it so peace and positive and spiritual. I can't even be the bad guy here to give them something to laugh at, because it's like you really throwing me too. Like, you talking to them, but you talking to me too, and that means a lot. But I mean, you basically took accountability. Some people, and I learned this from sitting in prison, cannot control they lust, especially if they don't know how they looking. So if you looking back on that now, can you really blame that guy? Just asking.
I mean, I feel like this. You got to have self-control at some point. You have to.
If I go to
we
strip
all have
club,
choices, and you have to pick, because sometimes you not having self-control can put you in a situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like you have a magazine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got big self-control.
And if you didn't,
it'll be over.
It would be over.
Like, can I bring up our first incident? Our first thing, and I can say this, I ain't on no weirdo. She'll tell you I got self-control. Other models will tell you that too. So we get there. I remember when I first met her. Can I speak about that too? Mm-hmm. I first met her. She was gorgeous just like that. It'd be people I'd be like, okay, they're not going to do it, but I still got to shoot my shot. I said, hey, I'm such. Can you do the magazine? She was like, what made you talk to me? Like, do you even know who you talking to? But in a peaceful way. She was like, you just asked me this. She was like, I do this now. I was like, okay, cool. She considered it. Long story short, first photo shoot. When it was time to do it, I felt like you was testing me. I tell myself this, especially if they super bad, do not show no signs of thirst. And like she said, she didn't do all that, but she came there, got dressed for the model, and I remember telling myself, like, bro, I ain't about to look. I'm about to be, and I remember that what made us strong, because she like, yo, he ain't falling for no bait, he ain't just thirsty. No, I was here for business. But I'm just thinking, what if I would have been like, damn, sometimes you can't blame people for being them. Men are attracted to females.
There's nothing wrong with being attracted to a person, but it's the way that you approach, because like you said,
Everybody don't know how to approach.
Yeah, but like you said, I've had people that they've called me and I've never answered for them again. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter about the amount of money.
Sure, I'm the type of dude, they gotta approach me. That's how I know they fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
I try not to control. That's how I try to be now with everybody, because I see this a lot, being cool with different girls. This dude, and I told you this before, this dude weird, he said this is nothing to me. I'd be like, damn, let me go. I was about to say that to another girl. Let me not send it. But at the end of the day, now I'd be like, yo, somebody really got to throw signs, because men, we lust. We see something, we lust.
We lust.
I shut down. If I really feel this, I'm shut down. I'm like, bro, I ain't about to blow this, because I wanna say and do the crazy stuff they want to do to you. So let me not mess it up. Men don't know how to control themselves. How do you go about doing it? Like,
lust, but we have to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So once you don't been through the lust stages in your life, and you see it never worked for you.
But it do work sometimes. You can't say that.
What do you gain out of lust?
Well, hold up.
What do you gain out of lust?
Now listen, hold up. Lust has worked a lot of times, and I think that's what fuel people to keep doing it.
No, I understand it worked, but I'm saying as an individual, say if I lust all the time, I'm gonna say to myself, what do I get out of it? Because I'm constantly doing and not maturing.
Except a nut and some dopamine.
And I'm destroying relationships. So when I say, yeah, we lust, but you gotta mature to know how to maintain that lust.
And I think
Because
that's what's hard.
lust is temporary.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. It doesn't last. That's the point. What he's saying is it doesn't last. It doesn't.
I mean, I know this, but I'm just saying,
phase.
I know it's people, if they would have never seen somebody else mess up, that's just like, if you ain't never been a side dude, you would never know how sneaky girls is. Until somebody know that they messed up, they gonna keep going because you got that stripper who don't care and they say, damn girl, I want to eat your ass from the back. And she like, boy, come on, let's go. And then they to them, oh, it's a go. And then they do that to a girl like you, and they like, I fucked up, damn.
Not because you're dealing with immature women.
Mm-hmm.
That too, so you can't blame them though.
When man say she told a woman I want to eat woo woo, and she react to that, nigga, if I'm next to you, you need to go home.
Okay, hold on, stop.
She just gave it. So she's telling everybody else it's okay. Nigga, get
hold
your
up.
drink.
If a girl, hold up, now you know I'm gonna go even harder for the podcast, but let me ask you this too. So if a girl just hit you on your page, which they have hit me on my page before, said, damn, nigga, I just want to suck that dick. What you gonna do, Ron?
I'm like,
Oh, hold up, would you? That might be the case, but would you look at her like she doing some shit she shouldn't be doing? The same?
I'll be looking at it like she a damn fool.
Why?
Because you asking somebody to suck their joint, that's crazy to me.
Really? Like,
Hold on.
I'm saying,
How's that crazy?
I'm saying, I done been through that stage of 15, 18, 17.
Okay.
So now it'd be crazy to me because you get nothing out of it.
you have no
You
self-control.
have no self-control.
That's what I was telling
If
you.
you lust all the time, you know a bum could come to you. If you lust all the time, I know you getting it. I'm saying, yo, that nigga getting it. Yo, go get that nigga for me. Your fucking lust is gonna cost you your life.
Yeah.
Because I'm sending her on a
right.
mission to bring you to me.
Yeah.
So you gotta control that. Everything don't look good. And when I make a point that I had met a friend and she was beautiful. Like, I'm like, yo, I want her to be my sister. I'm not even gonna lust her.
Right,
I feel like
yeah,
I
I
can
be
get
having that
more
talk
out
myself.
of being
Yeah,
my sister
yeah.
than me doing a one night lust. Sometimes you gotta just
Yeah,
control
you gotta
that,
pick
bro.
and choose.
Oh no! Listen. I
I'm
play
not
it very
saying you, I'm
well.
just saying
I'm just hold up.
individuals.
I play it very well. Don't say, but I don't look at them girls who or dudes who do. You know, I look at like to them they strategizing. They see something they want so bad. The last dude went for it, or the last girl went for it. Let's just go. It's just something that
That's
I
not.
I wouldn't. I don't. When
But
them
that
girls see me like
doesn't
that, I don't
always
look at
Not
them like
even
that.
much- That's not even strategy. If she's strategizing like that, she fucked up.
A lot of people.
Now sucking joints. I mean, bro.
Okay, for the record, I didn't look at her like that when somebody said it.
I'm just saying, somebody jump in your inbox, some y'all, I've been
Yeah.
you, and just want to suck your joint out of nowhere. She don't know where your joint.
Either that or she want.
Hold up.
It's either that.
Nicki Minaj did an interview,
She either
and
trying
she
look.
said-
She either trying to rob your ass or she trying to trap your ass.
No. I promise you. I will show you. And I some of
No,
my
I
groupies, I asked
believe you.
them, what the fuck you seeing me?
I mean,
Nigga,
but
you go
people,
hard,
like you
just-
said, people do.
But
People
there
have said
is some
strange
yeah.
things to me, and it's like, you don't even know me.
Yeah, but do you
Yeah.
really care? They infatuated.
They don't.
Yeah.
Hold on, I sat in prison over them girls in the magazine, didn't even know. Jack lust after them before they know that I'm talking to them. And I'm normal. I was talking to these girls, bro. I was the same weirdo. I'm like, girl, you know I got nothing to come home. Where you want to eat? So I was the same way. Real shit. Hold on, let me say that.
Bro, look at her.
Bro, you was in prison too. You done had the magazines. You know how shit
I'm
can
a
get.
honest truth. I never mess with no magazine. That's
Okay.
on my mama.
Okay, but a lot of people do, right? A lot of people do.
18 years, I never looked at
Wow.
a magazine. You
God
know
is
why?
good.
My head was in the street. My head wasn't in prison. Every time I was walking, I'm thinking, yo, when I get back out, I'm getting me 3 bricks.
That's
the
a
street
fact.
going off.
And we gonna turn up.
I never entertained the magazine because
Okay.
everybody. I seen dudes. I used to get crazy. I lived in New York, but I got popped in Boston. But I never burned bridges in the street. I'm constantly getting mail from chick perfume. I had weirdos. Yo, let me buy a letter.
Yeah.
To smell my letter so they can jerk off.
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, yeah,
I
some
swear to
weirdos
you.
in
Tell
prison.
them.
All right, listen
And that
to
shit
me.
blew my mind. Like,
Listen, hear me out. I had to say it. A lot of girls tell me, yo, this dude said some weirdo shit. But after I sat in there for so long around them weirdos, bro, you learn to kind of understand them. And then you kind of, that part of me I hate. I hate because, like, for example, a girl might be like, yo, this motherfucker said he want to suck my toes. I want to suck your toes too, damn, I'm weirdo. But you got to understand them, dude. I've been around killers, rapists, drug this and all, and I had to be around a special hoe. Hey, yo, dude, what made you want to rape somebody? What the fuck made you do? And you tend to listen. What made you want to be a fucking weirdo? Where did you? Them people have went through certain stuff, bro, and got them like that. But I just don't feel like we should blame everybody. I don't think like I don't.
But at the end of the day, it goes back to self-control.
Yeah. I mean, I got it. I made myself
I
have
don't
it.
bash niggas. I was locked up for 18.
Right.
I never bash the inside.
Yeah, I don't bash.
Only thing I say, you learn a lot from them, but you don't have to play a part.
Yeah.
They do weird shit in the prison.
Yeah.
I told Tay, I was like downstairs, and one of the inmates came down there. He was a booty bandit.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, y'all got to get up out of here. Not that I was scared of him. It was just yo, shit, I got 3 years left. This nigga doing 40 years.
Right.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
And you learn,
you know what I'm saying?
you learn from seeing him.
But that's what I mean. Like you said, it's at the end of the day, self-control, and back to we all have choices.
And they have to hold up. They have to learn that. Do you know? Let me tell you this. Not to take it off of me because you the star of it. In prison, what niggas do is you don't go to the magazine. You jack to the female staff. Do you know? I thought that shit was cool. Everybody was doing it. Guess here I go doing it. Until a girl, guess what? That female was like, do you know, maybe I really liked you, and maybe I would stand there and let you do it if you was to ask permission. I never, ever, since I learned that, I was going with emotions, I stopped doing it. Now I went to the point where, hey, come here, goddamn, can I get this thing off? And but it's like, okay, damn, if that girl would have never told me, like, because I know you like seeing it. That's how my mom was like, yo, you like seeing it because I'm a dude. But I had to learn. That's all I was saying. Some people don't know that. Dude, that's weird, and it's not going to get you there.
Go back to you got choices.
Yeah.
And then you got to think, like when you locked up, you around the best of everything. They just got caught. They the best of everything. But inside prison can make you a predator.
Yeah.
If you doing weird, like I ain't gonna say weird to get by, so you don't have to duke a dude. But that weird stuff, when you get into the world, I'm being real.
I know.
You become weird.
Thank you.
Because you don't train yourself to be a predator.
That is a fact.
And your mind is a predator state of mind. That's what I told you when I was in prison. My mind was never in prison. My mind was in, when I get out and get these bricks, I'm constantly calling my niggas, like, yo, what's going on in the street? Woo, woo, woo. Niggas, nigga, you can't walk the yard to me crying about your bitch, about you ain't got no canteen. I don't want to hear none of that. Nigga, I'm trying to get the fuck home and get this fucking work.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, man, I mean, people got choices.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't, if you fall into, you gotta do what you gotta do. As long as you up here saying you were duking a nigga, you know what I'm saying, you good.
Nah, they know Hollywood was on there.
Hollywood to play that shit.
No, sir. Nah. No, I just because listen, it's funny that we say here, like she says, so I'm speaking on podcast. You got pretty feet, okay? Can we get on say that? Boom. So she was like, dude, want to kiss my feet. I swear. She said it too. I'm looking like, well, I can see why the fuck he would want to do that. Yeah. And I can remember she was just like, yeah, I can, yeah. So and it's like, and it helped me to be like, damn, thank God that I know enough to sit back and play my position. But really,
it's also the approach too. You got to figure, like you said, it's like a person never says hey to you, and they're like, I want to suck your toes. Like,
right.
You get what
I'm saying? It's like, it's the approach. It's the approach. You don't know their name. You don't know anything. It's a follow of yours. And they're like.
And you know what's funny? There's a lot of niggas that like to suck. I'll be hearing niggas like, yo, I'll pay $100 to suck a toe. I'm like, $100 to suck a toe?
$100 to suck a toe? That's crazy.
Niggas an empty bank account to suck, and I didn't believe that shit was real.
Especially
niggas that believe that.
Listen. Especially you've been deprived for so many years in prison. Like, hey.
Yeah, but there's some people that's not even about prison.
This is top-notch baddie. Y'all dudes, y'all hear it. Approach. Get your approach right. She said it here.
Because even about you being in prison,
it's not about the prison. Yeah.
Niggas about you coming home, you fresh blood, and everybody want to do what they want. Every female want a piece of you. So you ain't got no reason to pay nobody to suck a toe.
Oh yeah, no, I
period. Right or wrong.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're preserved.
There you go. There you go.
I might need to go get some chicks that want to get toes sucked so I can cap up on you. Might want to take that,
stupid. Bro. I'm already calculating.
Y'all crazy. That's how we do here. I
suck toes when I came home, but I ain't paid to do it.
Y'all see, you see how we do this, man. Yeah.
All right, I just wanted y'all to hear the baddie point of view because it is a lot of weirdos out there. It's a lot of people that I'm cool with that still in the prison. I'm out, and they do say a lot of weird shit, and I feel bad for them. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I feel bad, but I pride myself on not being that. I be liking when you hit me up like, this weird motherfucker. I'm be the one like, girl, he said that, what the fuck? I bet I say that shit.
What advice you would give a female that was in your position and what you experienced? If you had one of them in front of you, she said, give me some advice. What advice would you give?
Girl, I'm trying to be a model like you.
Just based off your experience and looking her as a little sister, what advice would you give her?
I would honestly say be your authentic self. And if there's any point of view in your mind that feels like I shouldn't be doing this, I think you shouldn't. You know what I mean? I think you shouldn't. And some people look at social media and they're comparing themselves and their lives, and they're looking at this stage, not knowing all the stuff they experienced. Even Kim Kardashian, someone exploited her before she actually became famous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That Ray J shit.
And from that point, she chose to, her mom
Ride the
actually
wave.
chose to capitalize off of that. But anybody else would be scorned and broken from that. Do you get what I'm saying? And they may not capitalize off of it because their dad wasn't a famous lawyer. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then they're ruined, and then they feel suicidal. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's the part of it that I would say, like, you have to really dig within yourself and decide, like, 10 years later, am I going to feel ashamed?
Yeah.
Or even 5. You know what I'm saying? Would I feel ashamed of someone seeing this video of me or these pictures of me? Or, you know what I'm saying? How conscious would I feel? Or how would I feel about self if I did this? You know what I'm saying? Self-reflect. And I just feel like it's not always what people think. Like I said, just because you see a girl in a Gucci Man video or Wiz Khalifa, it doesn't mean that they made all the money that you think they made.
Take steps to get to that. You never know what she had to do
to get in that position. You never know who she had to talk to, places she didn't want to have to be just to be in that position. And it's over glorified, and it may not be as shiny as you think. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about that.
Okay, another question. I'm gonna ask you.
No, it's okay.
Before you, when you was into entertainment, at that time, I heard you say you got breasts. Did you do that for your entertainment?
I did.
Or you did that because you wanted to change your look? Or
no.
You felt insecure of your body?
I wasn't insecure with my body. I actually liked my body. But the team I was working with at the time, my management group, that was the way they said, you're going to be more marketable. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put the breast, like, we can get you in this, we could do. And so I'm like, I really went back and forth for a long time. But then let me tell you what happened. One of my fans, Onlyfans, paid for my breast.
What?
And
she really getting it.
And
that's crazy.
He said and I thought he was joking, honestly. You know what I'm saying? He said, pick a place.
He invested in you. He was like, listen, I like what I see. I just want to invest some more in.
And a lot of girls, people don't realize that happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone will buy you a car or anything like that. And it's like, but you're also sacrificing yourself mentally because you're giving them so much of yourself that it becomes a job. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you didn't want to do. Because it's like, honestly, I was younger in my 20s. I didn't want to talk to an older man. You know what I'm saying? Like, my idea, I went to college. My idea is, some people didn't do that. They may not finish high school, but my idea wasn't to be smart, go to college. And now I'm talking to this man that's 3 times my age, and I'm entertaining him because there's something that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I really,
you like to be genuine.
I respect your honesty.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And I don't know you, but I'm proud of you.
For sure,
You could admit the mistakes you made.
Oh, yeah.
You could admit that's the place you was in.
Yeah. My calling is healing and alignment for people.
I like that. And I definitely can go for that. I can believe that. Since I met you, that's all you've been the same person, which is scary. Like,
It's scary because you're not familiar.
Yeah, that's why I said it's unfamiliar.
I'm not familiar with it, and it's like looking at her, it will make you bring certain energy. But then when you get to talking to her, see, I'm one of the ones who learn and got control. And once you get to talking to her, then it's like, okay, let me
honestly, when you have positive energy, though, whether you're a male or female, everybody wants your energy.
They want it.
Yeah, they want to be around you because it's unfamiliar and it's comfort. They find comfort in it too.
Yeah, that's what's good.
I'm gonna tell you, I've been around spiritual brothers. They way older than me, and I'll be thirsty for that.
Yeah, for the interaction.
Like, yeah, I'll be thirsty for
Yeah.
it because they're so peaceful.
Yeah,
and they so
man.
calm. When they speak to me, they so calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I tell you all the time, be
Unreal.
dangerous.
It's unreal. The experience is unreal.
Yeah.
Once you get contact with it, it's unreal. But sometimes you get sick and tired of being tired.
Right.
You know?
And you dope.
Especially like
And
I
I
said, when you hang around a bunch of people that's in survival mode and you have a person that practices peace,
Yeah.
it's like, do you want to be in survival mode or do you want to be peaceful?
that part.
And everybody in survival, you can look and say, yo,
Yeah.
that nigga way across town. How you looking at him?
And he has eyes to look, but it's like that's not a good answer depending on where you are though.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced the way you are, right? Your spiritual, like how you feel and everything. Have you ever came into contact with people and be like, nah, I don't need to go that way?
Oh yeah.
Just that you felt their energy, like if you go in there, it's gonna be crazy for you.
Yeah. You could tell by people's body language.
Right.
You can, like you said, just sense people's energy. It could be the way they look at you. You know what I'm saying? Even the way they carry themselves. Just because a person's dressed nice doesn't mean their energy's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most people think that. You know what I mean? Like, that
Yes,
is-
everybody's looking at the mirage and they love it.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I always tell myself, I even tell you all the time, what you see, nigga, you don't see.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person, when I look at people, I don't even want to look at you. I'm trying to see what's around you.
Yeah.
Because there's something around you. And people will bring these images, like these, and they got a full demon in them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta, like, you gotta be careful with your spirit.
Oh, yeah. And people, like you said, people are uncomfortable because they want to get to know me. And when I say, I'm not dating right now, or, you know, I'm not exchanging energy, then it's like, you know what I mean? Do you think you're better than me? And it's like,
No.
I just don't want to converse energy with it. You know
Ain't
what
no
I'm
wrong
saying?
with
Your
that. Protect your
conversation
peace. Protect
may
your
not
energy.
make me want to converse any energy
There you
with
do
you.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's how people say things to you.
Right.
That's like, okay, that person's not for me. They don't align with what I have going on.
Do you look at, say, for instance, right? Do you look at someone and say, maybe I can change that person if I'm around them, if I just feed them my energy, I can change some of their ways?
No. And let me tell you why.
I need to hear this.
Because a person has to yearn for accepting the change. And when you're doing it because you want it, that's like being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to save you. And it's like, you can want to save them all you want. But if they're not seeking it themselves, it's never gonna.
Right.
It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, with even when you've been in prison around people that are in survival mode. If a person's not choosing to say, "Hey, this is the time I want to sit down and I want to change," so when I get out there, I don't come back in here. They'll be right back in there. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? Like, if they're thinking of strategies or ways to be smarter on the streets, they're gonna be back in there. They don't want to change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it doesn't matter how much you want them to change. If they're not seeking that for themselves, I don't care how much positive energy you give them. It's not going to change them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that.
That's
But will I
deep.
offer them that if they really want to? 100%. Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep, man. This has been a very spiritual awakening episode of the podcast today, man. Hopefully you're able to come back through. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we
Bless us
would love
again,
that.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it, man. Most definitely. You bring a
female next to you, and you can.
yeah, cause you bring a different type of light and positivity it's crazy. Like, I'm all about positivity, but you're living it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always do that, you know.
We want that you be a host here.
Oh, that would be awesome. Like I said, next time I'll bring guys some juices, some teas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Yeah.
I mean, you can have your own walk, but start off on our podcast. Just, get the feeling of it, and then go do your thing.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Gratitude.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'm starting saying it. Gratitude. Yeah.
I'll take you out to eat next year.
Hey.
All right, I caught that too.
That's what's up,
Hey,
man.
ask them. I don't deal with nobody. I think you the only one I spoke on. I don't got no friends. I don't take people serious. People not on it. They ain't on it.
But there's nothing wrong. People think there's something wrong with stillness. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You find more comfort and peace and greatness out of self. Exactly. That most people are scared to be by themselves.
Yeah.
You know why you're not scared? Because we was incarcerated.
We did it. We already did it, and we mastered ourselves. Look at me now. I took my time in there to better myself. When I come home, I got my own book publishing company, magazine thing about to drop. Man, I'm cool with it. I love it like that. You like the only, but I promise you, I do not let. This man will tell you, I do not deal with people. You probably the only person I call. You talk to me how you talk to me. I'm like, I talk to Monte. This is a circle. That he's in my circle.
Well, as you know, I try to give you positive feedback anyways, too, because what you're trying to do business-wise, like I said, sometimes you veer off. Yeah. Sometimes you veer. I've had to tell him a couple times because you gotta.
He told me the same thing you said. I told you this is what I'm talking about. I said
I literally told him. I'm like, if I didn't meet you in person and I just went off what you post, I would never.
He said that same shit. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would never do any dealings with you because I'm like the message that you produce. It doesn't seem positive. Yeah. It's like you're bashing women, you're bashing people, and I'm like, me personally, I wouldn't say you were a person that.
I know. That's what I love.
I got daughters, and my daughters came and said, "Oh, I want to be in his." I said, "I be here and I want to call and check."
Yeah.
You don't want to be in his magazine.
I told him that.
Why would you want to be in? He's crazy.
I told him that, honestly. I told him that.
And then I'll be telling him he's a boss. You got to present yourself as a boss.
What did I tell you the other day?
As a media,
your phone's messed up. But what I literally texted him the other day is I said,
hold up, for the record, I'm about to just play a message. I can know she ain't capping. I can just go through and click one. Hold on, I'm just start one off.
Yeah, I literally sent him a message today and I told him like, sometimes you address people that will never be on your level. It's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I think you invest too much energy into that when you're supposed to be a businessman and you're elevated more than them, and it is stooping down.
You know
what I'm saying?
About them girls, right? You can cut this out. Don't put this out. You put it in the back.
Oh, okay.
I tell them about the girls, right? I tell them over and over. If you running around here messing with these low-graded females, nobody wants to get your magazine because they not presentable. I told him he had took a shot with some female. I said, man, if I was in prison and I had to jerk off, I would not jerk off to them. But they are nasty, ugly, and I'm desperate to get off. I wouldn't get off.
Yeah. I honestly told him that the other day. I just was straight up with him. I just was like, it's some of the stuff you post.
All right. Yeah. Look, there he go again. Look.
I said some of the stuff that you post and some of the stuff you say is just.
It's not like I be wanting to share his post, but I said I can't share your.
I told him the same thing. Well, that's what I was telling him too, because I'm like, I have major photographers I can hook you up with, but I'm like, if they look at your social media, they're gonna be like, Liyah, now this is not even your type of energy or vibe. So it's like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And I told him that. I'm like, you have to change your verbiage. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that on your personal page, then you need to separate that from your business page. And there's nothing wrong with you being yourself. If you want to smoke, you don't know to do whatever. That's fine, but that's your personal
They need videographers up there, plug me in. You know what I'm saying? Your best cameraman out here.
It's like, as far as like you said, business wise, you have to take that stuff off.
Can I, Ron, you tell me all the time, I respect and accept it. But the way she said it to me, this hit it right on there. This is what she said to me, her exact words. I know what you saying and what you getting at, but those type of people don't even matter. If I gotta sit there and talk shit about this girl, bash her like the girl, this a high-end beauty, top of the line. I'm saying this in life. I don't even know nobody better than her in life. I ain't never met no. If you a better female, you done met me, and you know I done met you, and you better tell me. 'Cause I ain't met nobody better than her. She came and gave me a chance. I'm talking about gave me a chance. It's the girl that work at McDonald's talking about I need 500 to do. I'm like, you flipping. So I get mad and be like, bitch, you flipping burgers. How the fuck you talking about? I don't want you.
Yeah.
But I be right.
And I told him that.
Because then people don't even matter.
They don't matter.
That's why I said.
You need $500. you need to get out of McDonald's and get a real job.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling him. But that's what I'm telling him. Why would you even address that though? It doesn't make sense.
Right. When I got the business
That's the
people
bottom
like
of the barrel right there.
The business people like herself looking at me like, what's this opportunity? What is he trying to do? Let me see if I can help it. And that's how I was able to win. When I post her, bro, that made, bro, so many more models hit me up. Can I do it? ATL Visuals took me serious. He started FaceTiming me, talking to me. He said, because of her. I wouldn't have did it because you paid. Because of her. Like this lady right here, man.
I told you after you posted up on Zach Boy, you cannot mess with them trashy chicks.
Yeah, don't miss garbage with
we need
business.
some real models to tap in like her, for real.
It's that we want, like you said, we want to help people that don't want to help themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take a low, nothing against nobody being on a low. Everybody start from it. But I'm not going to take somebody with no type of get up about themselves.
Right.
Don't dress themselves. Don't look presentable.
Don't take it
when
serious.
you come out that house, you know you talking to crispy.
I'm trying to tell you, like a tender.
You're not looking crispy, and I meet you, and you talking about you gonna be in my man. You got boom dirty shorts on, and you look horrible. Nothing against you, I love horrible people, but I'm just saying it's not your moment for me. You can't have your moment with me.
Yeah.
I'm striving for greatness.
Right.
Yeah.
And I told him that too.
When you strive for greatness, you got to add greatness to you to be great. You
That
can't
part.
be great messing with low like
Yeah.
people that don't got no
That part.
and they, why would you give somebody $500? I would ask them, why would I give you $500? First of all, you work in McDonald's.
You don't
Your
take it
attitude
serious.
is nasty.
Yeah.
Who show me something that somebody gave you $500 to do what I'm asking you to do.
Right.
Right.
And I'll give you $500.
It's an opportunity.
And people don't realize the opportunity you give them. And that's the problem. When you give a person an opportunity, they got to automatically be like, oh shit, he giving me an opportunity.
Yeah.
They can't be like, nigga, I want your opportunity, but you got to pay me.
Yeah.
But
That's what I was telling him though. Like, so you don't even need to, because you know, the same thing with certain people that's on a certain level, you know, they don't even address certain things at all. You
Yeah.
can't get no, you know, no response.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even care about you could have commented 10 times. They don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you.
She's right.
Yeah, I know.
She's telling you, she's right. But my cousin be telling me and telling that sometimes I don't want to be hearing what she's saying, but at the end of the day, she's on a professional level. And I realize why she like that. And sometimes we look at her, I realize that she's been around that life.
Yeah.
We haven't been around that life. We striving to be around that life. So now when she be telling me, I don't want to hear it. But then in my mind, I said, she got my best interest. She want to see me be great. So I got to listen to her. Because she been around greatness. We striving to be great in this field. So you got to take heed to when somebody been around there and listen to them. Or we going to be stuck.
Yeah.
We're going to get these people around the corner that's looking for a come up.
Right.
And then you say, yo, I got $1 million deal. I need you to be here.
But,
man, my mother got my kid. My mother want to keep the kid.
Man.
$1 million. And you ain't got no reason to be mad
Tell
at
me
her.
about
You
it.
be mad at yourself.
Wow.
Sounds familiar, huh?
Sounds familiar.
I told you.
Yeah.
Unreliable trash.
I heard it all before.
I told you. That's what I said. You
Swear
just
to-
gotta.
Listen, I'm about to come to you. I'm about to put $1,500 in your pocket, and I'm supposed to do that with you. Remember that agency? I gotta go ahead and do that with her and y'all, cause we gotta get this magazine
my
going,
friend hooked
bro.
up with an agency in Atlanta that they were gonna send them pics like chicks to
Pick
pick
'em
through, and it was cheap. To me, that little
Yeah.
$250 is more than you
Yeah.
trying to get these little scrubs. Money you give it $250 so they can start sending you pics.
There you go.
So you can pick
I need to
what
go
you
ahead and do
want.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of
There
you
you go.
We gonna do it this week.
gotta settle for the scrubs.
Let me knock this last contract. We gonna do that. And you too, I promise you. I
What you
mean,
need to do, cut all this out too.
I don't know where to start and end there.
You just go through and pick what you want and put it in there.
Man.
What you need to, I'm gonna say what you need to do. What you should do, that's to be a mentor. Period. You know why she should be a mentor? Because she was in that field. And she's headed
she
in the right
definitely had me
direction
on the line.
spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So me, personally, I will make that my mentor.
I ain't gonna lie. That's why I just said I'm.
You'll definitely be a friend of mine.
He gonna
Telling you.
1,500. What can we
Change
do?
in your life.
Yeah, she ain't never missed, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You just need to change.
Well, that's why I said you have
You're a good
ambition.
brother.
Yeah, you have
You're a real good
ambition.
brother.
and you strive for greatness, but it's just some of the little things that you
know when he strive for greatness, and then he get mad because he picked not greatness, so he think they should be. I'm like that. Tell you how I am. I'll give everybody my heart, and I feel like that. I gotta realize they not me.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I was saying, not everybody deserves that opportunity. Exactly. They don't. Not everybody deserves to be in your space.
And that goes back to you saying take care of yourself.
Yeah. You have to be gentle and kind to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. So not everybody deserves to be in your space. Right. Yeah, it's a privilege.
All right.
And you have to know that every single time.
Yeah, we gonna close this out, man. Before Ron told me to cut some more shit out, I'm already. But yeah, man.
Certain stuff when I be talking, I'm like people here.
Yeah.
It's not for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people take things
as a context.
They can't register what you say. Oh, he said that. They was talking on niggas in prison. Oh, they fucking niggas take their
Yeah.
So you gotta check them.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to have you here again, Leah. Appreciate you again stopping by. I hope you coming through again. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Appreciate you, Superstar Hollywood, for bringing her through. You know what I'm saying? She definitely a gem that came through today. Yeah, man, this is it, man. If you like this episode, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Oh yeah. Make sure you share everybody.
My social media is _Liyah Aaliyah. That's also my Facebook. _LIYAH. My name, Aaliyah, AALIYAH. And my Snapchat is pretties.Aaliyah. And that's it. Have a great day on purpose and with purpose.
That's it.
Y'all know who I am.
Man, this is it for this episode. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. If you like this episode, man. Hey, man, it's Tay. It's Tay. Superstar. It's Leo. We here today. Who you plugged in with? You pulling with us today, man. That's it. Until next time, y'all. We out of here.
Yes, sir.